I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Flora flush mount. This is going to be the 126740. It's part of a whole Flora series. There's also pendants and sconces and beautiful chandeliers that go with this. Check them all out. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. 4.7 inches from the very ceiling to the bottom of the fixture makes it very flush. Diameter's coming in at 13.9. This is only 9.4 pounds. It's very light. Canopy up in the ceiling is 8 inches in diameter, which is going to go over your 4-inch junction box just fine without any problems. To show you a little bit more information about this, we're going to take a quick look at the installations instructions now. And if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, how to put the glass on. You're going to notice that Hubbardton Forge is using their opal glass. It's a kind of a milky white glass that's translucent but not transparent, so you're not going to be able to see your bulbs, but it'll let a lot of light through. And I'll talk more about opal glass a little later in this video. Excuse me. Also, that piece of glass is going to scoop up and be held by little thumb screws, and you're going to be able to see that in the installations instructions because there are very good line drawings there to show you all kinds of good information, the setup of the sockets, what the top of this is going to look like, and how it's going to go on your J-box. So take advantage of all those things if you can. This is using Hubbardton Forge's medium base sockets. You can have 2 of these inside. So the recommended bulb for this is going to be smaller than the traditional bulb. This is a traditional A19 bulb that we use in most things. This is going to be smaller, so it's coming in an A15. So you see how that is a little bit big, smaller than that. Traditional LED, hard plastic cover on it. These are the newer LEDs. These are the clear ones, and this is an A19 as well. But remember, you're going to be using this one. So this is an A15. Easy to get. They're commonly used all over the place. They're used in fans. They're used in garage door openers, the lights in your garage door. They're used also in kitchens. Like sometimes they're used above the sink. Sometimes they're used in refrigerators too. So you'll find them in places like hardware stores, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, all those kind of things. You're going to notice that Hubbardton allows you to go up to 60 watts for an incandescent version of this, and you can still get those. However, if you want to go with LED, I think that's what you should do, because to begin with, you're going to easily be able to get a 60 watt equivalent LED in this size A15 to begin with. But I went on Amazon, I found a 100 watt equivalent version of this bulb, which means that even though this is kind of listed as a 60 watt max incandescent fixture, 2 bulbs each, you can go beyond that. So you could get up to the equivalent of 200 watts of light out of this if you just use the correct bulb. And you can find them on other places besides Amazon. There's a ton of those bulb sites out there. Walmart.com might even have them, but they're there for you. Another little tidbit, this is slope ceiling adaptable, so if you actually do want to use this on a slope ceiling, you can do that as well. I thought I'd toss that in there. Going back to the bulbs, they're going to offer these to you in all kinds of different ways. They're going to offer these to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's going to be a super yellow light. They're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight. Daylight sounds like a warm light, but it is not a warm light. That is that bluish white light like you see in a convenience store, overcast day. That's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is, when I found that link on Amazon to the 100 watt version of this, it was in 3,000 Kelvin. And that's what we like to use here, and that's what I talk about in all the videos. 3,000 Kelvin is warm white, soft white. It's the same nice warmth of almost like an incandescent bulb. Has that same look, and that's what's coming down on this table right here from these warm white, soft white LEDs above. So these are just LEDs, and actually this is the same as this guy right here. So this is an A15 above me, and that's 3,000 Kelvin, warm white, soft white. So that's what we like to use. What I would probably do is I would probably hop on Amazon or any of the bulb sites. I would get 3,000 Kelvin as far as the color of the light coming out of this. I would get the 100 watt equivalents, and I would make sure it's a dimmable bulb, and then I think you're just going to be all set. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.